Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, I want you to click right over there and subscribe. We have the latest information on parenting for you, and our job really is to help you raise the most awesome kids. My name is Bart Pontecorvo. I'm an occupational therapist, I'm a martial artist, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm here today to give you the latest information on parenting. One of the most common complaints I hear from parents in our martial arts school is, my kids don't listen. My kids don't listen is such a large group of information. They don't listen at dinner time. They don't listen ever. They don't listen when this happens. Listening is a choice the children make. How many times do I have to tell you, don't, It's kind of genetic. You've heard this from your parents when you were being raised. And when your children do not listen to you, you come out with the same phrase. How many times do I have to tell you, don't, And your children are going to grow up, and to their children, they're going to say the same thing. So what is it? Repeat, remind, repeat, remind. It goes on and on and on, and then you just snap and you yell at them, right? So when we're discussing listening and the children's ability to receive information, the first thing you want to do is eliminate any type of medical problems. If they have hearing problems, you'll know. If it's selecting hearing, you'll know. But rule it out before you move forward, because it'll save yourself a lot of frustration. So the first thing you need to figure out is why. Right? Isn't that the biggest problem? Why is my child not listening? It seems to me that the lack of your children's ability to respond to what you're saying is really just a symptom of something else that's going on, right? It's not the problem, it's a symptom. The problem is figuring out why these children aren't listening to you. People are hardwired to exert their need for power, their need for independence, their need for making decisions. And children are the same way right up through adulthood. So when they're not given an opportunity to make decisions, to exert their power, to exert their independence, they wind up choosing a more negative way, and not listening is the easiest way for them to exert their power or their independence, just tuning you out. So simple things like picking out their own clothes, maybe designing their own menu for lunch, maybe what their plans are for the weekend. When they have sufficient ability to make choices that will clearly enable them to follow through on those choices, whatever they are, it gives them that independence, it gives them that power to kind of sculpt their own day or their own life. And then that listening seems to get better. So really the first thing you want to figure out is, why are they not listening? Is it the same thing you're saying over and over? Are they tuning you out? I know I've done another video in terms of listening, but it's such a frequent question parents ask me. So I want to give you a few more tips. Okay, so I'm going to come up with about 5 to 7 different things that you can do to facilitate your child listening a little bit better to you. Number one is get down on their level. So a lot of times when you're towering over them and you're looking down at them and you're shaking your finger saying, you better put your shoes on, right? It's not intimidating. It's intimidating. It's not connecting with them. It's not making them your priority. When you get down on their level and you make eye contact with them, you could even hold their hand or their shoulder and you speak to them, there's a connection. It changes the way they focus. It changes the way they hear. it changes the chemical responses in their body. So getting down on their level and making that physical contact changes everything. And you'll see they're going to respond better because they're going to pick up that information. The second thing that you can do, and this is a big Tony Robbins thing, clarify and verify. So when you give them a direction, put on your shoes, and you're down at their level, you make sure that they understood it. You clarify that they understand the exact thing. Say, what is it that we're going to do? I need to put on my shoes. That's right. That's awesome. Let's get on it. Boom. And, so clarifying that they got the information correctly eliminates problems or challenges that you might have with them listening in the future. Do away with the don'ts. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't put your shoes over there. Don't hang up your jacket there. Put your jacket over, right? When you just give them that don't, it leaves too much possibility for them. Well, what am I supposed to do then? Say, instead of saying, don't put your sneakers over there, say, hey, I bet you those sneakers would go really good over by that door, right? So you're not telling them, don't put it where they want to. You're telling them, this might be a better choice. And you're giving them options. Or you could say, can you hang up your coat in your closet or take your coat into your bedroom, right? One or the other. But eliminating that don't would kind of put you on their level again, where you're giving them choices, you're giving them opportunities, you're empowering them to follow through with a decision. So do away with the don'ts. The next thing, oh my gosh, this is such a big one. Say yes. Remember that movie, Just Say Yes, or Yes I Am, whatever that was? Okay, saying yes. I mean, our go-to response for everything is, no, I don't have time for that. No, not now. No, I'll do that in a little while. Everything is no. It's almost like, I don't have time for you. Go away and try it again later. Instead, respond with certainty. So, I want to go to the park today. Nope, don't do that. Say, yes, that's a really good idea. Would you like to go to the park Friday after school or Saturday morning, first thing when we get up? So now you're not ignoring them. You're not telling them no. You're saying, yeah, I would love to go to the park with you, but let's do it this day or this day. Which day is best for you, right? And so saying yes more often is going to, first of all, confuse them why you're saying yes to everything. And secondly, it's going to get them to really react with you, especially if you're getting down to their level and you're making a physical connection with them. That physical connection and getting down to the level, I think, is the most important thing. Next thing, shorten your speech. Don't give a big blown out story when all it is put your dishes in the sink. Don't go into, well, if you don't put your dishes into the sink, you're not going to be able to have dessert. And you're not, no, keep it simple. The simpler it is, the more they can understand it, and the more they're going to follow through with it, and the more they're going to be so thankful that you're not going into a big story and you're just getting right to the point what it is you want them to do. And then the last thing, make observations of their behavior. If you know and they know that on Tuesday they have to take the garbage into the garage or out to the street or whatever, and you know it's not being done, you can just say, hey, I just wanted to make sure, did you have a plan for getting the garbage out? Because I know it's getting a little late. I just want to make sure, right? And so now you're just pointing out an observation. You're giving them an excuse or a way out. I completely forgot to take the garbage out. Yeah, Ma, I was going to do that right after I drink my juice, or I was going to do that right after dinner tonight. So you're giving them a way out, and they don't feel like you're picking on them or you're accusing them. So give them a way out through observation. So there you have it, a couple of tips. Get down to their level. I think that's one of the best ways that you could really relate to them. Get down, make eye contact, make physical contact. Do away with the don't. Say yes to yes all the time. Yes, we could do that. Do you want to do that today, or do you want to do that on Saturday morning first thing? Shorten up your speech. They don't want to hear it. Verify and clarify. Clarify and verify that they got the information, and then make an observation. Those are your 7 tips. I know this information is going to be very useful for you guys. It's like the best information out there. Try it. Let me know how it works. And if you have something you would like me to do some research and some videos on, just write it down there in the comments and I'd be happy to do it. That's it for me today. I'll see you guys next time.